So as you can see right here, $1,400, $1,437.70 to be exact, every month. Not a lie. And again, amount financed, $84,000.
I don't care that I have a $700 car note. I don't care because I'm in this car a lot, right? Think about it. We commute to work, to the gym, to the stores. We're in this car 1-2 hours every day.
Hey guys, it's Destined to Drive. I have Mr. James approved for just $500 down, $1,000 a month for 84 months. Book an appointment and I get you driving off today.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode. This one in particular is going to make you pull your hair out. Now, I don't know how, but somehow from the last episode we made on car payments, it has only gotten downhill since then, and the videos you're about to watch is going to blow your mind. Anywho, before we get there, I know why you're here. I know what you're wondering. As you can see right here, I have a nice, shiny $50 Amazon gift card. Reason being is we managed to break through 1,000 subscribers, a milestone set here on YouTube, because of you guys, which is absolutely incredible. Huge shout out to all your support. Thank you for helping me out. I'm going to be giving away this gift card on the channel to one lucky subscriber. So just stay tuned later on into today's video. I'm going to go over all the rules on how to enter. Super easy, super simple. So definitely stay tuned. Otherwise, let's get right into this car payment video.
What's going on, folks? It's your boy Steve-O got me rolling. Today I got my man Marco approved on this 2019 GLC Mercedes. Marco, how's your experience today?
Man, it was great, man. It was great. Got me in and out. Good. You know what I'm saying? That's baby.
Only $500 down, guys. First time buyer. Everyone's approved. As you know, all you need is your ID, piece of mail, and your name. DM me at Steve-O got me rolling. We're going to get you rolling off today.
Guys,
Look, I'm no car expert. I have not financed a car ever, nor do I plan on getting a loan on a car. But boy, if the dealership is saying that anybody and anyone, regardless of credit, can get approved, I'm already knowing what his car payment is. At some point, he only put $500 down on a GLC Mercedes, unless it has 80,000 miles, which is a horrible decision to be buying any high mileage German car. I don't care what you're going to say. I have a German car myself. I love working on German cars. I have a thing or two. I know a little bit about them. Do not buy a high mileage German car unless you are the sole owner and you bought it practically new or with like 15,000 miles. Otherwise, it is a horrible mistake and a headache, especially if you're financing it at the same time. It's a terrible idea. They break. They need tons of service and tons of maintenance. It's a horrible decision. And honestly, he probably has like an $800 or $900 car payment because clearly his credit isn't good if anybody's getting approved, and it's only $500 down. Oh, I got to check my blood pressure because this video is going to send me over the edge.
Destined to Drive. I have Mr. James approved for just $500 down, $1,000 a month for 84 months.
That actually really hurt. What the hell kind of car payment is that? He got approved for what, $500 down? I forget already. $1,000 a month for 84 months. No car anywhere is worth that, because think about 84 months at $1,000. We're at $84,000, not even including interest. Like, do I need to go back on my calculator and triple check my work? $1,000 for 84 months is $84,000. For, what is this? A Lincoln that's going to depreciate tenfold? It's going to be worth 25, 30K in 2 years? Oh my God.
Book an appointment and I get you driving off today.
Bro, why would you spend $84,000 on a car? On a car that's not even going to stand out on the road, of all things. Oh my Lord, I can't with some of these people's poor financial decisions. I thought the last video we made on car payments was like it. Like, this is it. This is as bad as it gets. Nope. They keep surfacing on TikTok. Worse and worse and worse. And this is the car salesman saying if you want to get approved. I mean, anybody can get approved for that. That's highway robbery. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh.
So I got a Lamborghini Urus a couple days ago, right? There's one thing I really noticed is that all cars are the same. All the flash you see here, bro, is all for show, to be honest. It's nothing the same as if I were to get like a Honda or something like that. It's crazy to say that because like growing up and seeing like different cars on the road and stuff, they're like, yo, I want that car, maybe like their dream car or whatever. You finally get it. it doesn't feel the same anymore. You begin to realize that every single car, no matter the price that you buy, all it's meant to do is take you to point A to point B. Like, any car can do that. If you do drive an exotic car and you're watching this, you kind of know what I'm talking about as well. It's definitely the networking machine. Like, you get eyes on you, like, for driving like a Urus, to be honest, but it's definitely not worth it.
All right, so I have a little bit to comment on that because I also own. Some people are going to call it an exotic car, others aren't. It's definitely by no means a supercar like a Lamborghini Urus, but I do have a sports car. It's an Audi, a 2018 Audi RS3. I've talked about it on the channel before. I spent $40,000 on it back a couple of years ago. It only had 14,000 miles on it. I knew the owner, friends with the owner, and he babied the car for the most part. Anywho, I know what it's like. And, you know, at this point, I got that car. You need to go in buying those cars as it's miles per gallon, not miles per gallon, because they are expensive. And they are very expensive to maintain. The parts are expensive. And I do all the labor and cleaning and fixing and maintenance myself. Parts are expensive. Oil is expensive. The maintenance and upkeep is expensive. It only takes 93 premium. It's expensive. However, my only say to it that's different is when my girlfriend and I, she has a 2010 Mazda 3, a 4-cylinder, just a naturally aspirated. It's slow as heck. Now, it does control me because I literally can't speed in it, and I can't fly around people because I literally can't. There is a certain ability to drive better with a car that can handle it. It's an RS. It's got, 8-piston calipers, 5-cylinder engine, like 540 horsepower because I tuned it. And it goes fast, and it can get me where I want, when I want, as quickly as I want. When I merge on a highway and there's oncoming cars, I can do that faster and easier than with my girlfriend's car because of how powerful it is. Having that power behind you, knowing it's there, can help you get around certain situations that you don't want to be in or can do versus a car that can't. But for the most part, if you're financing it, no reason to be buying it. And if you can't work on them yourself, you're going to be out so much money. We'll talk more about that. And you're going to lose your mind for this video.
This is how much I paid and am currently paying for my Toyota Supra. Of course, we cannot start without the cold start. Well, the clip I just tried to record didn't record, so no cold start today. So I've gotten this question quite a few times, and it's always, how much money did you put down? What was your car payment? And what is your insurance? So when I bought my Supra, it was November of 2022. I had terrible credit. Didn't think I was going to be able to make it happen, but I brought $20,000 cash to put down on the car. And this was after going back and forth with the dealership for about 2 days. They wanted $30,000 down and a co-signer, blah, blah, blah. You know how car salesmen are. So after we got the deal done, $20,000 down, out the door, I was paying $898 a month with 18% interest.
$900 a month with 18% interest?
Yes, 18%. But I knew after about a year of having the car, I was just going to refinance the loan, and that is exactly what I did. So now my payment is $630 a month with 8% interest, which still sounds bad, but for me, that's 100 times better.
It is obviously better, but that's like putting sprinkles on shit. It's still poop at the end of the day. That's all that is. That's horrible. $600 something a month in a car payment. It's also heavily modified, so there goes his warranty on a brand new car. That's terrible. If you're going to modify a car, wait till after your warranty expires. And then by all means, pay to play. But, terrible, poor decision. And if you're going to buy a car brand new, the last thing you need to do is finance it. I mean, I know there's 0%, but you're paying full markup, full, no depreciation on it yet. Like, you're getting screwed left and right. This is a terrible idea. 8% interest is horrible. Imagine if you could find a way to have 8% or 18% interest working for you. Imagine what 20 grand in the stock, in an index fund, earning 10% is $2,000 a year. Free passive income. But in this case, he's losing it and he has to pay it. So guys, we did it. We officially hit the 1,000 subscriber milestone, which means it's giveaway time. As you can see right here, I have a $50 Amazon gift card that I'll be giving away to one lucky subscriber. I'll be picking the winner on Friday, September 20th, so mark it in your calendar 2 weeks from today. All you need to do is leave a comment down below telling me what video topic idea you would like to see next on the channel, and also make sure that you're subscribed, as I will be checking, and if you're not, I'll be picking another winner. Lastly, make sure to comment on every video moving forward to increase your odds, as I'll be picking the winner at random from one of these episodes from today until the 20th. More information will be down in the description below. Otherwise, let's get back into today's episode. Incredible.
And then as far as insurance goes, you know, us younger guys in these sports cars, the rates are always going to be kind of expensive regardless if you have a bad driving record or not. And in my case, my driving record is pretty bad. So I am paying about $600 a month for insurance.
Oh, this is, I'm going to have to go for a walk after this. We're paying now $630 plus another almost $1,300 a month just to drive the dude. At this point, you don't have the money. Just understand that. Go buy yourself a normal Toyota, a Camry, and just get your act together. Get your credit fixed. Get your money up. It's ridiculous at this point. $1,300. This is, again, the problem with living at home. If I don't know how, he said he's 19, so it's pretty early, but the problem is you're living at home, you got no other expenses to worry about. Life, you don't have any other bills, rent, utilities, groceries, none of that. So all the money that comes in goes right to a car. He is burying himself financially because clearly it's not important. Instead, at that age, I already had, believe it or not, I was in college then, I already had a Roth set up. I was already investing, and that money has paid off. I, pat myself on the back that, what is it? I'm 26 now, that 8 years ago, I put money in. Because guess what? Pretty much on average, everything you invest doubles every 7 years. So the money that I put in 8 years ago when I was 18 has doubled already. When this car depreciates and he's getting bent over the hood of his car in interest. Oh boy.
On this car. Forgot to mention, when I bought this car, I bought it for $57,000, and it had about 7,000 miles on it. But yeah, that is how much I pay for this old gal right here.
I don't care that I have a $700 car note. I don't care because I'm in this car a lot, right? Think about it. We commute to work, to the gym, to the stores. We're in this car 1-2 hours every day. Best believe that I'm gonna drive something that I like and that I'm comfortable in. And I don't care about that Apple CarPlay, whatever everybody's obsessed with. What I care about is that my windows roll up and down, that I don't have any check engine lights, and that my brakes aren't screeching. Because having an unreliable car is inconvenient. Trust me, I've had my handful of cash cars. I've been in hoopties. It was all that I could afford back then. Car troubles were the worst. So yeah, I'll pay my $700 car note, and best believe, yes, I am going to buy the maintenance package because my car needs to be on schedule for its maintenance. And listen, the real flex is buying a nice car cash, right? But we don't all have it like that, but we can't afford a little, $700 payment. And I'm cool with that. Y'all are gonna come for me, but y'all have fun on the side of the road. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, lot to unload on that video. She's Delulu at this point. My girlfriend taught me that word. Delulu. The Salulu is Delulu at this point. Incredible. There is so much to unpack. It pisses me off. For starters, she said she doesn't care. It's just a payment. It's $700. It's a fortune. And then to justify, she's in her car all the time, yada, yada. I get it. I said the same thing. But there are so many nice cars out there. A Mazda 3 can have red interior now, and it's like MSRP is 26 grand. You could get a used one now for like 20K, finance that, the payment is so much cheaper, or save up, buy it outright to get the red interior if that's all that matters, since all the other doodads and bells and whistles is, doesn't matter to her. Regardless, it's just a stupid reason, again, with the girl math, to justify stupid spending. It's ridiculous. Second of all, the part that really pisses me off, and we're going to be talking about this a little bit more in today's episode here, but she said the main reason of her video was she doesn't like breaking down in cars. My girlfriend's car is going on 15 years old, 2010. It hasn't failed us. It hasn't broken down. Yes, there were times where we did need to replace stuff, but it has never left us stranded. And when the tire did pop, it had a spare that I put on, and we were out and about within 15 minutes on the side of the road. The fallacy, the delusion, this shared delusion that car manufacturers or car salesmen are spreading onto people and people are believing is that used cars are bad and they will leave you stranded on the highway and that they're not reliable. This is so far from the truth, and I need you to get it out of your head. Now, I understand it is enjoyable to have a nice car. I have both. I have a $40,000, it's probably worth $50,000. I got it at a good deal. Audi RS3, creme de la creme. It's great. But and it's pretty reliable, but I don't drive it that often. And there's no car payment, so it doesn't matter. But the whole premise that having a used old car is unreliable is not true. Every car is unreliable if you do not take care of it. It could be new, it could be German, it could be American, it could be Japanese. If you don't take care of it, it will not take care of you. It is that simple. And honestly, I find used cars to be a hell of a lot more reliable than brand new ones because brand new cars are brand new. They're just that. You are the guinea pig. Also, not to mention, things were made a heck of a lot better back in the day, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 8 years ago, than they are today. Right now, today, everything is made to break. Everything is made to be replaceable to get you into a new car. So all the new cars now are made with plastic. They're made cheap and they break much quicker. They are taking shortcuts out of them to lower manufacturing costs so that you pay for it. It's only supposed to last 3 to 4 years. Once they're out of the warranty, the whole car is going to fall apart because it's made to be replaceable. And I'm going to give you an example in a second. But the fallacy that new cars aren't going to leave you stranded is so far from the truth. I have an article right here. GM recalls most of its Cadillac Lyriq EVs due to braking issues. Cadillac Lyriq is a brand new car, a recall for a car that came out in 2023 and 2024. My neighbor that lives near my parents bought this car and is financing a brand new car, went into buying it with the mindset that, oh, it's brand new, it's reliable, it'll get me to A to B. Well, guess what? The brakes stopped working on the car for a for a software bug. A software bug, because it's all electric, stopped the brakes from working. She veered around a car, hit the curb, the car rolled over, flipped over, and she broke her ribs. That's how bad it is. And the thought that buying a new car will save you from breaking down is just stupid. The amount of recalls that I have seen, all the new Ford EcoBoost are also called EcoBooms for their engines exploding. It's a terrible idea. I just have to go on a rant and let you guys know, if you buy a new car, you are the guinea pig, and there are always going to be recalls. Used cars, typically all the problems have already been solved from the first owner, and then we now have history with the car, and we know how it works because there's been tons of cars on the road. We know when things break, we know what will break when, and we know how to fix it because it's used and it's already been worked on. Brand new cars, no idea. Also, if they break all the time, they're going to be in the shop all the time, and you're going to be in a loaner car while paying your finance when the car's away. It's just stupid. Please get it out of your head. Now, moving on to a new segment in episodes, I am now going to be reading off some of your guys' comments from previous episodes that we did on here, and I pretty much already covered this. Basically what I just said, a couple of minutes ago here. From Affluent Pomegranate, it goes, I have a Mercedes GLE 350 4MATIC 2022 that I bought in May of 2022, and his monthly payment is $1,300 plus car insurance, of course, and I live in Los Angeles, so the car insurance is through the roof compared to the rest of the country. The monthly loan payment is not the worst, if I'm honest. I don't complain about it. I mean, you should. But he goes, I knew what I was signing up for. I pay every month, never missed a payment, never missed a day, and sometimes even pay extra for the principal. However, it's the upkeep that drives me crazy. That is what I was not prepared for. Now, who the heck in the right mind is paying $1,300 for a Mercedes GLE? I'm gathering he got this back in 2022 because a GLE now that's 2 years old with like 25,000 miles is worth like 45K, maybe 50K at max. But to be paying $1,300 for a base entry level SUV from Mercedes is insane. It's not even an AMG. You would think that if I buy a $100,000 car, you would get extra service, or that service would be included in your price tag. I was dumb enough to think that. Hell no. Hell to the no. Every 10,000 miles, I need to get a service. Service A is around $1,500. Service B is around $800 because I recently needed to change the brake pads and it cost me $1,300. Not at the dealership. I didn't dare to go there. They would be charging me way over $2,000. I went to my local mechanic, but the original parts alone were $700. You can also go aftermarket if you know what you're buying. Out of the blue, I was so not prepared for it. I just one day on the freeway, a light popped up on the dashboard, and here it was, minus $1,300 from my bank account within a day. The oil change I just had yesterday, almost $200. Yeah, I mean, if he bought a new car, I don't see why he doesn't have a warranty, but even out of it, yeah, it's a lot of money. He goes, I remember paying $60 for the oil change on my Mazda I had before Mercedes. I also used regular gas. Now it has to be 91. Did I mention that I live in Los Angeles? Yes, we have the most expensive gas in the country, 1 gallon, $5 to $7. So the tank on average is $100 to $125. The car payment thing is one thing. The upkeep after you dump a whole ton of money is something else entirely. Yeah, not to mention insurance, the gap insurance that he has to pay, and all these other things that he needs to get, full coverage, just to insure it. I mean, my girlfriend's car is like $80, $70 a month to insure. And we just have, I think, liability on it. And it costs $30 to fill up, $35 to fill up regular gas. It's great. 175,000 miles on it. You get what you pay for. Don't be this guy. The last comment we have here is he goes, from Noah, buying used is always the way to go. My girlfriend nearly bought a new car from a dealership for her first car, but I convinced her to buy used. We found a 2007 Lincoln for $3,200, new tires for $400. Takes her from A to B and has no sign of breaking down anytime soon. While we didn't get a Japanese car, they're the way to go. Cheap, easy to work on, and extremely reliable. You will never convince me to buy a brand new car with a payment over a used Japanese car. Yeah, it simply comes down to people needing to flex. It's always it's a lot of poor people need to flex and keep up with the Joneses or the Kardashians and get stuff out of their means, out of their budget. The sooner you let go of that and you don't care, the more money you'll have, unless you can afford it. Nothing wrong with that. If you have the money to afford it and buy it outright. Otherwise, it's just silly to be paying interest on it. Like some people are justifying on other comments, oh, I spent $500. That's chump change on my car payment. That's nothing. Why? It's just stupid. It's just stupid. If you have the money for it, why would you willingly pay interest on it? And don't give me I can just put it in the stock market and make more interest on that. Most likely not. We can go into that later. Just dumb reasons. Comment from Aiden Kelly says, I think the issue with a lot of people with used cars is the uncertainty of how long it will last. You got no idea what you're getting when somebody says used. Like, hey, why are you getting rid of this car? Is there something wrong with the car? Is there going to be something wrong with the car in the future? So people just buy new because they know it's new and there will be nothing wrong with it. Last thing you need is your used car breaking down, trying to get to work, and now you can't get to work. I love it. Thank you for the comment. If you guys want to be featured in the next episode, make sure to leave your comment down below too. But this is exactly if you want this sentence to make sense, flip used with new and it will make sense. And I went into extreme detail on this post. And if you go find the comment, you can read it for yourself. But I pretty much already talked about all these points. And true, if you're going to buy a junker on Facebook Marketplace and you're not going to do any of your research, obviously you're going to get what you pay for. If you're going to pay, $1,000 for a car that should be $4,000, you're going to get what you pay for. It's just market research. Do your research when buying stuff. There's nothing wrong with used cars. The best thing that I highly recommend is going to a trusted mechanic or off somebody else, just doing your research online for mechanics with high reviews and getting the car inspected. Get it inspected, used. Most dealers will let you take the car there and get it inspected. They'll tell you everything you need to know. It might cost $200 or $300, but guess what? You will save a ton of money in the future instead of buying a lemon that you got screwed on. You can do this with Facebook Marketplace cars, new cars, used cars. It doesn't matter. Always get it inspected unless you know a lot about cars. But just something that I wanted to talk about, touch upon. Get the used car mentality out of your head. There's nothing wrong with used cars if you buy them right.
How much do I pay for my Mark V Supra at 19 years old?
Now keep in mind I am self-employed and I did not have a cosigner.
The price of this car was $48,857.
That does not include my sales tax, my gap insurance, or my warranty. Now, as I said before, I did not have a cosigner, and this is my first time ever applying for an auto loan. My bank approved me for the full amount, and my credit score was a 731. My down payment covered the cost of the sales tax, my gap insurance, and the warranty. Now, if you factor in the fact that I'm self-employed, I'm a first-time buyer, and I had no cosigner, my interest rate was a 10.1%. Now, for the average
10.1%. Why? It's not math. It's not good.
Listen, paying a
I don't care how you justify it. Paying 10% interest is horrible.
interest rate probably isn't the best idea. But for me, 10.1 isn't a problem.
It is a problem. You're just finding reasons to justify it.
My business has generated almost double the cost of this car in just 90 days. For the trolls or anybody in the comment section,
If it's made double, then pay it off with cash. You're just silly for keeping this interest. It's so dumb.
that thinks I'm lying, here's proof. Thankfully, I'm in.
Like, that's great. You made $77K. You're self-employed. So am I. It's not a flex. For starters, that's gross sales. We don't know how much profit that actually is. It could be the whole 70K. It could be half that. We don't know. Again, and that's not even, he's got to pay tax on that. And if you're self-employed and you don't have an LLC, then you're going to be paying close to 40% tax. So that's 70 that he's paying gross. Let's say net is 60. We'll be really frugal here. We'll be really nice here. That 60K, he's going to owe maybe, I'd say 25 grand on it. So now he's left with like, what, 35K? Still a lot, but still, it's just silly to be doing that. I don't understand the reason. And also, is he's trying to balance it out, like match it. Oh, if my business makes this, I can afford this car. It works until it doesn't. I'm self-employed. There are plenty of months where I made nothing. There are plenty of months where I made a ton of money. You don't know. The future is unpredictable. So do not sign away and give up parts of your future when it hasn't happened yet in a car payment. It's stupid. Buy it outright, buy it cash, save up for it, and then buy it out. And you'll be so much better. That's reassuring yourself and lowering the risk towards the future. Otherwise, it's going to get repossessed. It's just a silly reason to flex now with money you don't have. Be patient. Good things come to those who are patient.
Situation where interest really didn't affect me because
it does affect
number one
you.
priority. If you're young like me and you want a nice car, as long as you're able to afford it month to month, do it.
No, it's not if you're able to afford it month to month. It's if you're able to buy it outright. If you can buy it outright, that's a different story. Otherwise, dumb. It's just dumb. Don't justify it with a 10% interest rate.
So for everybody that thinks I'm lying, and this is...
I don't know if you guys remember her for the first car payment where she was paying over $1,000 a month for a truck. This is her follow-up.
Reviews. My car payment is $1,400 a month. My interest is 10%, like I said in my original video. I have a 84-month term, something like that, I think. And yes, I purchased my car, financed it for $84,000, and I still owe almost $75,000. Like I said, none of that was lies. So as you can see right here, $1,400, $1,437.70 to be exact, every month. Not a lie. And again, amount financed, $84,000. Principal balance currently $74,000. 10% APR. I don't know why you guys think I would lie about all this. This is all true.
Why is she laughing, though? That's the stupid part. Like, again, it's just this silly girl math, poor spending, whatever you want to call it. It's just stupidity. 10% on a $1,400 car payment, unless you're making millions of dollars, is idiotic. It is insane. This is literally a massive financial anchor that is going to drag you down and you will never get ahead. And then you'll wonder why you don't have money. This is it. This is it. Also, why do you need a $1,400 Chevy Tahoe? For what? What do you need that car for? 2021. Get a used one if you need it. It's half the price. $85,000. And this was like, I don't know. This is like a year or 2 or 3 years later, and she's only paid down $10K towards the principal. The rest of it is interest. It's just stupid.
This is my life. This is what happened, what is happening, and what I am done with. And yes, I could have used the cash that I bought the Audi with to put towards the Tahoe principal and refinanced, but that would have defeated the purpose because then I still would have had a car payment. The whole point was me no longer wanting a car payment at all, like zero. So that is why I bought the Audi in cash. But now y'all can stop coming after me saying that I'm lying about everything, because I'm not lying. Like, there is your proof. This is my real life. And I don't know if you guys have noticed lately, but these are like actual prices of cars nowadays.
No, they're not.
That's the problem. So yeah, I'm done with my car payment. No longer paying $1,400 a month for a Tahoe for no reason.
How do you even justify that? Like, where is it that that's okay? I don't understand how. No, the cars are not $84,000 unless you're just shopping in the wrong store. Jeez, 84 grand is what cars average go for? Not at all. Go get a used car. Look online. It's pretty simple and easy to find it. Blows my mind what's wrong with some people. Anywho, that is it for today's episode, guys. Definitely make sure to smash the like button, enter the giveaway, leave your comment down below, and we'll be doing this drawing. It'll be here quicker than you know it. But if you haven't already checked out the previous car payment episode, I'll be leaving that right over here or over here or at the end of the video. But with that being said, smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.